Remember the object, even off-screen. A video world model forgets a character the moment it leaves the frame. When it walks back in, the face blurs, the colors shift, the identity drifts. WorldDirector's bet is architectural. Stop forcing the generator to also track motion. Let an LLM director orchestrate three-dimensional object and camera trajectories as explicit control signals, then hand those trajectories to the generator with an appearance anchor that pins each object's identity. A team at HKUST and Ant Group beats 5 baselines on reconstruction fidelity, PSNR, up 22.6%, state-of-the-art on PSNR, SSIM, and LPIPS. The forward pass. Condition the generator on a tuple, BAPM. B is the location condition, 2D bounding box trajectories for every object, color-coded. A is the appearance condition, sparse RGB features pulled from context frames. P is multi-granularity prompts. M is contextual memory frames. And LLM, Gemini, forecasts three-dimensional box and camera trajectories, projects them to 2D, that becomes B. Equation 1 fuses the noisy latent with B and A by channel concat and a con 3D. Equation 2 is temporal drop, keep the first 16 frames dense, then 1 reference frame per 6, 0 the rest, so A stays an identity anchor, not a motion crutch. Equation 3, flow matching MSE loss applied only to the target segment, leaving the clean memory untouched. The gap it fills. Prior world models entangle physical dynamics with pixel rendering and rely on continuous observation to sustain motion. Monitor-based methods, like LiveWorld, explicitly track active entities, but scale poorly, compute prohibitive with many objects. Implicit feature tracking, like Hydara, delegates motion to internal priors and fails on prolonged occlusion. Trajectory collapse, frozen states, identity errors on reentry, WorldDirector decouples. Semantic motion orchestration by the LLM is separated from visual generation by the DT. 2 pillars, independent motion, unconstrained by camera visibility, and strict appearance consistency when a hidden entity returns. The hinge, in one chart. The contribution is a paradigm, not a bigger model. Table 1 isolates reconstruction fidelity. On PSNR, WorldDirector hits 18.127. The runner-up, HY World, hits 14.782. That is a 22.6% relative jump, from decoupling motion from synthesis. Yume 1.5, 14.39. Infinite World, 14.57. Lingbot Worldbase, 14.12. Hydra, 13.42. State-of-the-art on PSNR, SSIM, and LPIPS, the 3-pixel fidelity metrics all at once. The appearance lever, ablated. Table 2 removes the appearance condition A and watches every metric drop. On dynamic subject consistency, DNO, the identity diagnostic, no A scores 0.693. With A, 0.769, a 0.076 gain. PSNR climbs 16.76 to 18.13, SSIM 0.469 to 0.502. LPIPS improves, subject consistency improves, background consistency improves. 7 for 7. The appearance anchor is load-bearing, and this ablation is the clean part of the paper, the lever, in pictures. Before, a dynamic object, a person, a vehicle, is in frame and tracked along its 2D box trajectory. It exits the field of view. Competitor world models lose it. When it returns, the identity has drifted. After, WorldDirector's LLM director held its three-dimensional trajectory while it was unseen, and the appearance anchor rebinds its exact identity on reentry. The same object, same face, same colors, walks back in. Motion independent of visibility. Appearance preserved across occlusion. Where the headline overstates, the paper's central claim is persistent dynamic object memory, measured by dynamic subject consistency. Table 1 splits that metric in 2. On the clipped column, WorldDirector wins 0.917 versus Infinite World 0.913 by 0.004. On the dyno column, the more identity diagnostic encoder, WorldDirector loses 0.769 versus Infinite World 0.773 by 0.004. Both margins sit within run noise, and no confidence intervals are reported, superior on one of 2 columns, not both. 5 honest caveats. First, the memory claim rides on a dynamic consistency metric. WorldDirector only half wins, dyno loses, and both deltas are sub half a point with no confidence intervals. Second, the 100-sample test set is built via the author's own game data pipeline, so the novelty is within distribution, not real-world generalization. Third, inference depends on closed models, Gemini as orchestrator, Qwen 2.5 VL for captions, so the control signal is not reproducible from open weights. Fourth, only the appearance condition carries a numeric ablation, the other 3 channels are figure only. Fifth, 64A100 GPS for 72 hours, and memory is scoped to a 15-second reentry window. Remember the object, even off-screen. WorldDirector reframes video world simulation as a decoupled system. An LLM director plans three-dimensional trajectories, an appearance anchor with temporal drop pins identity, and a causal chunk autoregressive. Generator renders. State-of-the-art on pixel fidelity, a clean appearance ablation, with the split dynamic consistency metric and the synthetic test set both carried honestly. Subscribe for the next breakdown.